Alright, y'all, man, let's just get right into this. I'm not about to do the whole intro thing. I just have to get on here and vent. I guess this is going to be a rant video. I haven't did a rant video in a full year because I have been blissfully happy with the decisions that Troy Weaver has been making this past year. And I've just been happy in general. But tonight, man, Dwane Casey, he is blowing my mind. I cannot believe what I am seeing when I'm watching these basketball games. And you guys can disagree with me if you want to in the comment section below. You can defend Dwane Casey. We can have disagreements. I'm okay with that. Let's have a discussion. But me personally, I am irritated by Dwane Casey right now. And this is just frustrating, man. Like right now, I kind of feel like a Detroit Lions fan watching some of these games with these rotations and then this offense that we're running right now. I feel like a Lions fan. And that is the lowest of the low, being a Detroit Lions fan right now. Because we know how bad they are this season. And the Pistons, like, I love the players that we have on this team, but the way Dwane Casey is using them is just blowing my mind, man. Now, before we get into all of that, man, I just want to say I try, and I mean this truly, I try my hardest not to curse on this channel because I like to use words and I like to sound intelligent. And when you start cursing, I personally feel like you're kind of dumbing yourself down. You're not really using your full ability. So I try my hardest to not curse on this channel. And today it's going to take my full strength not to use the words that I want to use to describe Dwane Casey. So I'm going to try not to curse in this video. I'm going to try my hardest. So look, the first thing that I'm going to say, man, is that if this rebuild fails, it is on Dwane Casey. I'm saying it right now. If this fails, yes, you can throw blame on Troy Weaver. You can throw blame on some of the players. But if we fail, the first guy I'm going to blame is Dwane Casey. Because when you look at this team and you look at our previous players, it's hard to imagine somebody screwing this up, man. There's no way you have a player like Sekou Ndomboya and waste him. There's no way you trade for a player like Hamidou Diallo and waste him. There's no way you waste Killian Hayes, a 6'5" point guard who plays defense at an extremely high level and is a great playmaker. You can't mess him up. Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, all of the players that we have on this team, these young players, you cannot mess this up. And if we do fail, if this rebuild does not get to the place that we want to be, it is on Dwane Casey because of the way that he's using these players. Let me start with Sekou Ndomboya, bro. Sekou Ndomboya, we drafted him top 15 in the draft. A guy, 19, 20 years old, we had him on the team. And what did Dwane Casey decide to do when we had Sekou Ndomboya? Sekou had like one good week in his rookie season, and then he started playing terrible. So then Dwane Casey benched him, and then he ended up sending him to the G League. All right, fine. Second year comes back. What does Dwane Casey decide to do with Sekou Ndomboya? He decides to completely shaft him. Even when last year was a tank year, because Blake Griffin, he confirmed it in a JJ Redick interview. That interview that he did on the JJ Redick podcast, Blake Griffin confirmed that last season was a tank year. And if it was a tank year, why did you not play more of Sekou Ndomboya last year? Why, Dwane Casey? I don't get his obsession with playing so many vets when we have so many young guys on this team if it's a tank season like last year. Why did he decide to do that with Sekou Ndomboya? I don't know, man. And then this situation right now with Hamidou Diallo, it's directly mirroring what he did with Sekou Ndomboya, the way he's treating him right now. Actually, I'm going to play the video. You guys need to see this. This just blows my mind, man. Play that clip.
Sadiq gets the first free throw. There's the next. 87-62 Cleveland. Ricky Rubio to forecourt. Hands it off to Allen. Gets it back. Allen with a screen. Mobley finds Osman by himself.
What did you expect to happen? Truly, I wonder what Dwane Casey, I wish we could just go into his mind and understand what he was thinking there. Dwane Casey, what did you expect to happen? When you have a guy like Hamidou Diallo who had success on the Oklahoma City Thunder, you trade for him, bring him here in Detroit. He had a successful season last year. He was balling out for us. And then he comes back this season and you flat out bench him because he's having bad practices? What? And then you come into this game and you don't play him, and then you want to put him in during garbage time. What do you expect to happen? Of course he's going to be angry. Of course he's going to be frustrated and pout and stuff like that and not want to get in. Now, usually I don't support the players when it comes to, guys not wanting to play and pouting and sitting out. Usually I'm not on the player side because most of the time they just whine and make excuses. But in this particular situation, I am on Hamidou Diallo's side. This man has had success in Oklahoma City. He had success last year. He should be getting minutes minutes right now. You should reduce Corey Joseph and Trey Lyles, and Rodney DeGruder even got in. You should take those guys' minutes away and give some to Hamidou Diallo. But you didn't want to do that, and that's why he was frustrated. That's why he came into the game so angry. In that particular situation, I am taking the side of Hamidou Diallo, man. And then this thing about practice. So the reason why Hamidou Diallo isn't playing right now is because he's not having good practices. I'm going to assume that's the reason why Sekou wasn't playing as well, because he wasn't having good practices. Well, Dwane Casey, make this make sense to me. So if practice is the main end-all be-all, and that's the reason why guys are getting in, explain Corey Joseph. So you mean to tell me Corey Joseph is just having these great practices, these out of this world, just amazing, spectacular practices. That's the reason why he's getting in. But when he plays in the games, he is not doing anything for us. If anything, he's being a negative because he's doing nothing but turning the ball over every single time he gets the ball. So if guys are playing well in practice, but they aren't playing well in the games, don't you think you should reevaluate some guys? Maybe not putting too much stake into what they do in practice? Like, come on. You mean to tell me that Corey Joseph is just killing it in practices and Trey Lyles, they're just killing it in practice, and that's why they're getting so many minutes over guys like Hamidou Diallo? Come on, Dwane Casey. Now let me move off of that, man. Let me move on to just this offense in general right now. This offense that Dwane Casey is having, and I am sick of this, man. What happened to on-ball screens? What happened to off-ball screens? What happened to making sure that guys get in situations where they can have easy layups, Dwane Casey? I don't understand why you have Cade Cunningham bringing the ball up the floor and you don't have him in pick and roll situations. I understand that we don't have a lob threat right now on this team, but we do have some guys who can hit three-pointers. We had Kelly Olynyk. You didn't want to do pick and fades with him, but you should have. We have a guy on this team now like Luka Garza. You should have him in situations where he's in pick and fade situations. But no, that's not the offense that Dwane Casey wants to run. He wants to run an offense where he gives Cade Cunningham the ball. Cade Cunningham sees no movement off the ball and has to force up a bad shot, or he'll give Jeremy Grant the ball and just let Jeremy Grant go to work. Just disgusting play on the offensive end of the floor. Like, let me get back to Luka Garza, man. Why is he not using Luka Garza more effectively? We know that Luka is really young right now and has a ways to go. But still, you can find ways to make him effective. Luka scores most of his points inside. So Dwane Casey, I do not understand why you have him just standing in the offense. Most of the time, he's standing on the perimeter, not doing anything. You should have him in pick and roll / pick and fade situations, and you should be giving Luka Garza the ball in the post. That is where Luka Garza operates. In college, he dominated, just bullying guys in the post. In the summer league, granted, I understand that college and the summer league is not the highest level of competition, but still, that is where Luka Garza has his success. Give him the ball in the post, let him go to work. Or put him in a pick and roll / pick and fade situations and let him fade to the three-point line and shoot threes. That is how you use Luka Garza, not have him sit in the perimeter and not do anything. What about the way how he's using Killian Hayes right now? In this game, he had Cade Cunningham bringing the ball up the court darn near every play, and then he just had Killian Hayes standing in the corner. Give Killian the ball in a few plays. What happened to the 1A, 1B type of thing? I understand that Killian Hayes is being a really good shooter right now. Last night, he shot 50% from the three-point line. I understand that he's shooting better, and that's going to help him playing off the ball. But at the same time, you need to get back to that 1A, 1B type of thing that you talked about. Give him the ball on a few plays. Do not just have him standing on the corner, standing in the perimeter, waiting for Cade Cunningham to pass on the ball. No, give Killian Hayes the ball on a few plays and let him have some pick and rolls as well. Him and Isaiah Stewart, him and Luka Garza. Please do that. Or even Jeremy Grant for that matter. Let's talk about Saddiq Bey, the way that Dwane Casey is using Saddiq Bey. Why is he just doing this over and over again? You give me Saddiq Bey the ball late in the shot clock. That's usually what happens every time with Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey just stands on the perimeter, similar to Killian Hayes, just standing around, and then he gets the ball late in the shot clock and then has to force up a bad shot. Dwane Casey, why? Let me talk about Jeremy Grant. Why are we doing this Blake ball thing with Jeremy Grant? If you don't know what Blake ball is basically where the Pistons would give Blake Griffin the ball and he would just do whatever he wanted to do in the post. That is what Dwane Casey does with Jeremy Grant a lot of the time. He just gives Jeremy Grant the ball and allows him to do whatever he wants to do, which is frustrating, man. Stop the Blake ball, stop the Jeremy Grant ball, whatever you want to call it. We need more flow with this offense, man. More ball movement. I am tired of just seeing guys, go one-on-one isolation ball and then be late in the shot clock and have to force up a bad shot. I'm tired of seeing it. I know I'm jumping around right now, but this is a rant video, so please just let me do my thing. Back to the favoritism type thing. I don't like that Dwane Casey loves to have favoritism when it comes to vets. Guys like DeLon Wright, Wayne Ellington last year, this year is Corey Joseph, Trey Lyles. Just stop the favoritism with vets, especially if it was a rebuild year like last year. And this year, it's starting to look like it's going to be another similar season to last year. So if we're going to do the same type of thing, please just stop with the favoritism, man. And then in the post-game interview, Dwane Casey said this, man. Actually, I'm going to play that clip really quickly.
Anytime you turn the ball over 23 times and give up 27 points, you're not going to beat anybody in this league. And that was the most disappointing things we had talked about. We talked about how physical and how they were going to get into us. So, and it's probably my fault for not emphasizing enough this morning. But that's something we went over and over and over again. So we probably didn't do it enough. But that's the most disappointing thing. You know, again, when you're not ready for that type of physicality, we got back on our heels. And then we never recovered.
Like, oh my gosh, Dwane Casey, the reason why the Pistons are turning the ball over is because of you. The reason why we're turning the ball over is because of you, Dwane Casey. When you give Cade Cunningham the ball and have him bring it up the court with no pick and rolls, no off-ball screens, no movement at all, what do you expect for him to do? In college, he averaged 3 turnovers. We know that he struggles with taking care of the ball. Also, he's a rookie point guard in the NBA, getting used to getting guarded by top-tier NBA defenders. Of course he's going to turn the ball over, especially when you're not giving him pick and rolls. Yes, Troy Weaver has some issues. Yes, the players have some faults as well. But Dwane Casey, you're talking about the players and their turnovers are the problem? What? You guys go ahead. I'm done. I've said everything that I need to say. I'm just done, man. Dwane Casey, you've irritated me beyond belief. What is he talking about?